Chapters 32 and 33 read a little bit like an origin story of a superhero. Both chapters are concerned with Jacob's meeting with his brother Esau, and Jacob is clearly concerned with this meeting as well, and not without reason. Since the last time he saw his brother Esau, Esau said he would kill him. But right in the middle of the story, as Jacob has sent everyone and everything he owns across the river toward Esau, he's met by a man in the night that he wrestles with all through the night. And in a pivotal moment, the man sees that Jacob is winning, so he strikes him on the hip, putting out his hip socket. But Jacob refuses to let this man go until he gives him a blessing, at which point we learn that the man he is wrestling with is actually God in human form, as he tells Jacob that his name shall now be Israel, for he has striven with God and with man and has prevailed. And after this, Jacob continues to go and meet Esau, fearing the worst, but his brother meets him with a tearful embrace, showing nothing but love and care for his brother. But again, Jacob continues in his deceptive ways, telling Esau that he would meet him at his home, but instead Jacob continues on to another region. And Jacob is such a fascinating character in Scripture because so much of his life is spent wrestling. He wrestles with others in his deceptive ways. He wrestles and he causes strife even when there's potential for peace. He wrestles with God in both seeking to be faithful and trying to take matters into his own hands in so many instances. But I appreciate Jacob's story because I think it's a story that we can all identify with. And what are those ways that you have wrestled with God? Those ways that you've wrestled to be faithful, times when you've wrestled to turn God's will into what you want it to be rather than what lies before you. I so appreciate that the name of God's chosen people is Israel, and it means the one who wrestles with or strives with God. It's a reminder that faith is not simply accepting and blindly walking forward with a smile on our face, but more often it's a wrestling match. But it's a match in which God will never abandon us or leave us defeated or broken. It's a match in which God blesses us and gives us a new name and claims us as his children.